Tonight, we begin a peaceful journey. Lay down comfortably, close your eyes, take a slow, deep breath in, and gently let it go. You are standing on a quiet hilltop. The night sky is clear above you, a dark velvet blanket scattered with millions of glowing stars. The cool breeze brushes against your face. You can smell the fresh grass beneath your feet. The world around you is calm, still quiet. Somewhere in the distance, you hear the faint sound of an owl. The stars seem to shine brighter than ever before. Tonight is special. Tonight you are leaving Earth. You take another deep breath. Your body feels lighter. Your feet no longer press hard against the ground. You feel yourself gently lifting upward, as if the air itself is holding you. Slowly, your view begins to change. The trees below seem smaller now. The soft sounds of the earth grow distant. You float higher, crossing the clouds. They pass by you like slow, white rivers in the sky. You look down and see the city lights twinkling like tiny fireflies. Cars move like dots on thin, glowing lines. But everything is silent now, the world is far away, and you are floating higher still. The sky grows darker, deeper. The stars look closer now. And then you see something incredible, the whole earth below you. A glowing blue sphere, its oceans shining like sapphire. The clouds spinning slowly like white paint on a canvas. You can see continents, mountains, and great rivers all at once. From here, the world looks peaceful, quiet, and full of life. You take a moment just to float there, watching your home planet turn slowly in the vast, dark space. You feel calm, safe, weightless. Then, far away, you see the moon. It shines like a silver lantern in the night. You feel yourself gently moving toward it, gliding through space without any effort. The moon grows larger as you approach. Its details become clear, the craters, the hills, the long shadows. Soon, you are close enough to see the soft, dusty surface. You descend slowly and gently land on the moon. Your feet touch the soft gray dust. It feels light, as though it barely holds you. Everything is completely silent here. No wind, no sound. Only you, standing under the most beautiful sky you have ever seen. Above you, the stars look brighter than ever. You turn around and see the earth hanging in the sky. It glows like a blue jewel against the endless blackness. You take a few slow steps, leaving soft footprints in the lunar dust. Every step feels like floating. You are calm, peaceful, and free. You sit down for a moment, looking at the earth far away. Your breathing is slow, steady. You feel your whole body relaxing. You could stay here forever. After a while, you feel ready to move again. Slowly, you rise and look once more at the beautiful earth. Then you push off gently and begin to float upward again. The moon grows smaller behind you. You are back in the endless ocean of stars, ready to continue your journey, to visit the planets, to see the wonders of the solar system. But for now, just float here for a moment. Let the stars surround you. Breathe slowly and let yourself drift peacefully. You float quietly now, far from the moon. All around you, stars shine like diamonds scattered across black velvet. Your body is light, weightless, free. You feel no rush, no hurry, only peace. Far away, a small glowing sphere catches your attention, Mercury, the smallest planet. You drift toward it slowly, gliding like a feather in the cosmic wind. Mercury. As you get closer, you see Mercury's surface. It is rocky and gray, covered in countless craters. Some are small, some are so large they stretch across the horizon. There is no sound here, complete silence. The sun shines fiercely, casting long, dark shadows across the craters. But there is no heat on your skin, only a calm stillness. You float just above the surface, watching this quiet world turn slowly. Feels ancient, untouched for billions of years. You take a slow breath and gently move on, letting Mercury fade behind you. Full moon Venus. Next, you see a glowing golden light ahead, Venus. It shines brightly, like a pearl in the dark. As you come closer, you see thick clouds swirling slowly around the planet. Golden, creamy layers cover its entire surface. The clouds move in gentle circles, as though the planet is breathing. You cannot see the ground below, only the endless golden mist. It feels warm here, comforting, like being wrapped in a soft blanket. You pause for a moment, floating just above the clouds. You watch them move, slow and peaceful, like waves in the sky. You take another deep breath and smile softly. Red circle Mars. Slowly, you drift away from Venus, heading toward a warm red glow. It grows larger and brighter until you see it clearly. Mars, the red planet. Its deserts are wide and endless. Dusty plains stretch far into the horizon. You see deep valleys and tall mountains, their shadows stretching for miles. The ground is quiet, calm, and glowing faintly red under the sun. You land gently on the surface and look around. Your footsteps leave small marks in the dust. Somewhere in the distance, you see a tall mountain, Olympus Mons, the largest volcano in the solar system. But here, everything is still. There is no wind, only peace. You take a moment to sit on a rock, feeling the silence of this ancient world. You close your eyes and breathe deeply, letting the calm settle inside you. Rainbow Jupiter. When you rise again, you see a giant world ahead of you, Jupiter. It is so large it fills most of your view. Its swirling clouds move slowly in shades of cream, brown, and gold. As you float closer, you see the Great Red Spot, a massive storm that has been spinning for centuries. But even this storm looks peaceful from here. Its colors move like soft paint swirling in water. You slowly orbit Jupiter, watching its clouds turn like a giant, glowing painting. You notice its many moons, Io, Europa, Ganymede, each one a small glowing world of its own. They float quietly around Jupiter like little companions. You feel tiny here, but safe, as if the great planet is watching over you. Ring Saturn. From far away, you see something shining, thin, glowing rings around a pale yellow world. It is Saturn, the jewel of the solar system. As you approach, its rings sparkle like diamonds. They stretch wide and flat, glowing silver under the sunlight. You float gently through the rings, surrounded by billions of tiny ice crystals. They glitter softly, like snow in space. You stay here for a while, slowly turning, watching the light dance across the rings. Everything feels magical, dreamlike, endless. Blue circle Uranus. You gently leave Saturn and float farther into the dark. Soon, a soft pale blue world appears, Uranus. It spins slowly, almost on its side, giving it a unique, tilted view. Its color is calm and cool, like clear blue water. There are faint rings around it, barely visible, but beautiful. You float silently past Uranus, feeling a deep sense of stillness. This place feels quiet and far from everything else. A lonely, peaceful giant in the dark. Water wave Neptune. Farther still, you see a deep blue glow, Neptune. It is the last major planet, the farthest from the sun. Its color is rich, dark, mysterious, like the deepest part of the ocean. You can see soft clouds slowly drifting across its surface. Its presence feels powerful, yet calm. You stay here for a long time, just floating, watching the slow motion of this distant world. You feel completely free, as though time itself has stopped. When you are ready, you slowly begin to turn back. Behind you, the stars wait, billions of them shining gently. But your heart feels peaceful, knowing you will soon travel even farther, beyond the planets, beyond the solar system, into the heart of the stars themselves. For now, you float quietly, breathing deeply, letting the silence of space calm your mind. The silence of deep space felt infinite. After passing the last planet of the solar system, you drift quietly into the darkness. The stars no longer feel distant. They surround you like glowing friends. There is no rush here, no sound, no gravity pulling you. Just calm. You float freely, feeling lighter than you have ever felt before. Ahead, a soft glow appears. At first, it is faint, like misty light in the distance. As you drift closer, you realize it is a nebula, an enormous cosmic cloud stretching across light years. Its colors shift gently like watercolor paint on dark canvas. Soft pink, deep blue, violet, and gold. Every color seems alive, slowly moving and swirling as though breathing. You take a deep, slow breath and let your body relax even more, as if the nebula is inviting you into its arms. You pass through the edges of the cloud. Dust and gas swirl gently around you, but they don't touch. Instead, you feel a warm glow on your skin, as if the light is hugging you. Somewhere far away, a new star is being born. You pause, simply watching. The cloud shimmers faintly, then brightens, and you feel an unexplainable peace. You stay there for what feels like hours, floating, breathing slowly, and watching creation unfold silently in the depths of space. Beyond the nebula, you spot a galaxy, its spiral arms shining softly. Billions of stars form a grand pattern, like a flower blooming endlessly. You move closer. The galaxy seems to welcome you, spinning gracefully, slowly. You can see star clusters, glowing gas lanes, and far-off glimmers of light. You drift along the spiral arm, following its curve like a slow river. Your mind becomes quiet. Any thought of worry, stress, or tension dissolves in the endless beauty surrounding you. Farther ahead, you see something unusual. A star cluster so dense it looks like a chandelier of lights. Feels like floating inside a crystal ball. Each star seems to blink gently, as if winking at you. Some stars are golden, some blue, some red, each burning in silence. The beauty is overwhelming, but calming. You slow your breath again. Inhale deeply, exhale slowly. You feel safe here. Time seems to disappear. There is no day or night. There is only calm, and you float deeper into the galaxy, exploring quietly. You pass a glowing gas cloud shaped like a bridge. You glide across slowly, feeling as if you are crossing into another realm. On the other side, you see a quiet corner of space, empty and dark, yet not frightening. It is peaceful, like a quiet room where you can rest. You stay there for a moment, letting your body fully relax. Your arms and legs feel heavy now, but in a comforting way, as if your body is telling you it's time to sleep. Before turning back, you take one last look at the galaxy behind you. It shines like a jewel in the darkness. You take a deep breath and feel gratitude. Gratitude for the stars, the planets, the silence, and for this endless, peaceful journey. Then, slowly, you begin to turn back, drifting gently, heading toward the path that will bring you home. As you leave the galaxy behind, the stars begin to spread out again, becoming more distant. The nebula glows faintly in the far distance as you pass it once more, this time just watching it from afar. You feel calmer than ever, ready to rest completely as your journey back to the solar system slowly begins. The dream had already become softer, lighter, and more mysterious, but now it shifted into something even more magical. The air seemed to shimmer around the traveler as they took one careful step after another into a vast, glowing valley. It was as if the stars themselves had fallen to the ground, scattering their light on the path ahead. Every step felt weightless, as though gravity had released its grip and allowed the dreamer to simply float forward. The night sky stretched endlessly above, filled with more stars than the traveler had ever seen in waking life. They were brighter here, sharper, each one pulsing like a tiny heartbeat in the darkness. Some seemed close enough to reach out and touch. The moon hung low, larger than usual, glowing softly and bathing the entire valley in silver light. A gentle breeze brushed against the traveler's skin, carrying with it the faint scent of night-blooming flowers, jasmine, lavender, and something unknown but incredibly soothing. Somewhere in the distance, faint music began to play. It wasn't coming from any visible instrument, and yet it sounded like hundreds of tiny bells ringing in harmony. The tones were slow, soft, and perfectly tuned to calm the heart. The traveler paused, closed their eyes, and simply breathed. The dream seemed to notice and slowed with them. The stars brightened slightly. The music grew clearer. The ground beneath their feet seemed to hum gently, a deep vibration that was neither sound nor touch, but something in between. With each breath, the traveler felt their body relax even more. Shoulders, neck, back, Every muscle released its tension. It was as though the dream itself was gently unwinding the knots of the waking world, smoothing out all stress and fatigue. The traveler took another step, and then another, following the faint glow that lit the valley path. Soon they came upon a crystal-clear stream. It sparkled under the moonlight, its surface so smooth that it reflected the sky like a mirror. When the traveler knelt to touch the water, it was cool but not cold, refreshing and perfectly comfortable. The ripples created rings of light that danced across the valley floor. Somewhere nearby, fireflies appeared, drifting lazily through the air. Their lights blinked in a slow rhythm, as if inviting the traveler to follow them. The traveler rose and walked beside the stream, feeling the soft grass beneath their feet. Each blade of grass seemed alive, glowing faintly as though holding a fragment of starlight. Time seemed to stretch here. Minutes passed, but there was no rush, no urgency. Just the soft, peaceful unfolding of a dream that wanted to last forever. Ahead, the valley opened wider, revealing a field of tall flowers swaying gently in the breeze. The petals were every color imaginable, some glowing faintly, others shimmering as though dusted with gold. The traveler reached out and touched one of the flowers. It felt soft, velvety, and left a faint glowing imprint on the dreamer had journeyed far, and now the path opened into a quiet, endless field bathed in the colors of dawn. Lavender and gold streaked across the sky, merging with the softest shade of blue. Everything was hushed. No rushing wind, no distant echoes. Just stillness so deep it felt like the entire world was holding its breath. Each step forward was slow and meaningful. The grass felt like velvet beneath the dreamer's feet. There was a soft glow on the horizon, like a promise of something beautiful just beyond sight. Tiny floating lights hovered in the air, guiding the way as if they had been waiting just for this moment. The dreamer followed, each step syncing with the calm rhythm of their own breathing. Soon they reached a small, clear lake that reflected the glowing sky perfectly. The surface was smooth as glass, disturbed only by the occasional gentle ripple. The dreamer knelt beside it, dipping their fingers into the cool water. The sensation was grounding, soothing, as if all worries were being washed away with each touch. They lay down on the soft grass, staring at the sky. Stars were still faintly visible, shimmering gently, as though nodding in farewell. Shapes formed above, a dove, a river, a sleeping moon, each one a symbol of calm and rest. The dreamer's eyes grew heavy, but it was a welcome heaviness, the kind that brings comfort. Every thought that had weighed on the dreamer began to drift away, one by one, like petals floating downstream. The mind grew quiet, the body completely at ease. The grass was warm beneath them now, the breeze was a lullaby, and the sky seemed to lean closer, watching over them. The dreamer smiled faintly and closed their eyes. There was no fear, no rush, no noise, only safety, calm, and a deep sense of belonging. The world dissolved into a soft, velvety darkness, not empty but comforting, like being wrapped in the warmest blanket. Breath by breath, they drifted into the most peaceful sleep they had ever known. And so the story ends, not with a loud conclusion, but with the quietest of whispers. Good night.